Now on Coast TV News.
Voting district design, the reason for proposed changes to the boundary in Worcester County. Lewis Transit troubles, the debate taking place about the cost and need for the city's bus line.
This is Coast TV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Pensick and welcome to Coast TV News Midday. We've got a bright, sunny, but cold late Tuesday morning going on as we get the live look there on Ocean View. Our First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey joins us now with a look at First Alert weather. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Dale. Marva, it is a cold morning for sure, and that sun really not helping us out a lot as temperatures have bounced into the low 40s, so you stay in the sun and out of the wind. It's not too bad. Looking at lower 40s across Delmarva right now, we've got a gusty northwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. That continues to bring in cold air, and those winds gusting over 20 miles per hour, nearly 30 miles per hour in Greenwood, and a lot of cities over 20 miles per hour. That feels like temperature right now is in the 30s. And we have mostly sunny skies, but we are beginning to see clouds increase across Delmarva right now. We're in this cold northwest flow, reinforcing shot of cool air, and that will build in and maybe provide some flurries or sprinkles into the afternoon, but it will be breezy and cold with temperatures low to maybe some middle 40s. We'll see those clouds start to decrease as we go through this evening, but breezy and cold this afternoon. Those feels like temperatures down there in the 30s. We've got some cold days on the way, but warming up towards Christmas. I'll have your holiday forecast coming up in just a few moments.
Thank you, Bob. And happening now, the next step in redrawing voting districts in Worcester County, a public hearing taking place during the commissioners' meeting in Snow Hill. The plan that will be presented has been signed off on by all 7 commissioners. The new lines will be drawn based on 2020 census data. County officials say one of the goals is to make the population more equal in each district. They also want this finalized by the February 9th deadline for candidates to file for the Board of Education election. This morning, a Seaford woman facing a slew of drug-related charges, including 2 felonies. Delaware State Police making this information available about an arrest that happened last week. 35-year-old Katie Dilworth was arrested in Laurel. This was part of a traffic stop after police say Dilworth did not signal when turning off of Route 13 onto 4th Street. Troopers say 2 children were in the Ford Explorer with Dilworth that she was driving, along with nearly 7 grams of suspected crack cocaine, approximately 1.66 grams of suspected powder cocaine. The troopers report Dilworth tried to hide the bag. She is being held at Sussex Correctional Institution on over $21,000 cash bond. Do not have an update on the children that were also in the Explorer. Checking out the scene on this sunny morning in Lewis, a little bit of a traffic backup at the lights there. This is the 5 Points area. Public transportation, subject of debate, specifically the Lewis bus line. City Council now questioning if keeping the bus system in its current state is even worth it. They are reviewing 3 options. One would be keep the program as it currently is. Another would be modifying it, or the third would be simply getting rid of it. The bus line was hoped to help ease traffic and fix parking problems, but some council members say the project is costing the city over $100,000. While those supporting the line say public transit is meant to be a service and not to make money. According to Deputy Mayor Khalil Saliba, some potential changes include reducing the number of routes or even direct pickup, similar to what Uber and Lyft does. Well, happening now, the funeral service of former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman to serve on the nation's highest court. This is being held at the National Cathedral in Washington on Monday. O'Connor's casket was carried into the building by Supreme Court police officers, members of O'Connor's family, and all 9 current justices. They were among the initial mourners to honor her life. President Joe Biden and Chief Justice John Roberts are scheduled to speak at today's service. Maryland Senator Ben Cardin said he is angered and disappointed after a staffer from his office reportedly recorded a sex tape in a Senate committee room. Cardin says the staffer is no longer employed with the Senate.
It's a breach of trust. It's my understanding Capitol Police is doing the investigation. It's a personnel issue. So we clearly will be, I'm not going to comment on the personnel issue, and it's under investigation.
And Capitol Police say they are aware of the video and they are, quote, looking into it. Well, coming up, watery woes. The rescue needed after this pickup was caught in fast-moving water. Coast TV News Midday returns after this.
You'll be walking in a winter wonderland at Bella Terrace Garden Center this holiday season. From freshly cut Christmas trees and handmade wreaths to poinsettias and Christmas ornaments, let Bella Terra deck your halls and trim your tree. Join us December 17th through December 23rd for our winter decor sale. 50% off winter and holiday decor. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Bella Terrace Garden Center, your one-stop holiday shop. Located right off of Route 16 in Ellendale.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald. Plus, there will be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Expand your family this holiday season. Grassroots Rescue believes each and every dog deserves their own unique chance at a happily ever after. Home of the perfectly imperfect, Grassroots Rescue provides educational opportunities and information on responsible pet ownership, offering assistance with pet food, spay-neuter, and emergency medical care. For more info on how to adopt, visit grrde.org.
Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC.
Glassman, what are you doing?
I decided I wanted to be Santa Glass this year.
You can't do the voice. Stop it.
Come on. At least can we give away all the cool stuff?
It slays the holidays, and this year we're giving a prize a day for the entire month of December.
That includes concert tickets, autographed guitars, drum heads, and more.
From these artists and more.
Slays the Holidays is brought to you by Wilkins Wild Lights.
More details at 935thebeach.com.
Well, a bit of a tense situation yesterday morning. One person had to be rescued after this truck got stuck in rapid moving water. This is the parking lot of Delmarva Auto Glass in Dagsboro. And according to the Dagsboro Fire and Rescue, this was a low drainage area of the parking lot, and because of all that water, it created what essentially was a small pond. With all the water we got, the person in the truck was able to get out and was waiting in the truck bed when those responders arrived. And, well, we're still dealing with the effects of that big storm that hit us Sunday night into Monday morning. It left the horses that we're seeing here with only a few feet of dry land left in their corral in Millsboro. Businesses in Bethany Beach had to close for the day as flooding took over streets and sidewalks. But the accumulation of water in some people's yards also brought damage to homes and property.
Had a couple hurricanes, and we would get similar water like this, but I have never seen so much water come down in such a small amount of time, and that's the issue.
And homeowners in Harbison should expect the flooding to subside after 2 or 3 days. They're basing that on what they've seen in past years. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your top concern regarding local flooding? So let's take a look at the updated results. And so far, property damage continues to be the leader with 55% of the votes. Good number of people also voting for climate change, and then infrastructure upgrades and emergency response also getting some votes in our poll. Well, last night in Seattle, the Eagles had a 10-3 halftime lead against the Seahawks, but Seattle scored 10 points in the final quarter, including this Drew Lock 29-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Smith and Jegba with just 28 seconds to go in the game. Third straight loss for the Eagles, who do miss out on a chance to regain control of the NFC East.
Matt, we're seeing lots of blue skies on our Orsted camera right now. Just a few little fair weather cumulus clouds for decoration. Very cold conditions, temperatures in the 40s. The rest of the week is looking cold. With a warm up heading into Christmas, it looks like Santa will need the wheels on the sleigh with no snow expected. Sorry, kiddos, and some adults. I'll have the full forecast coming up.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. when all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign. A magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities.
When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Gwyneth Paltrow versus the Optometrist, the new documentary. Next Inside Edition. It was the trial that riveted the nation. Who knocked who down while skiing? Now the juror comes forward to say what was going on behind closed doors. Gwyneth Paltrow versus the Optometrist. Then, the all-time favorite Christmas movies. Wait till you see what's #1. Next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
We finally have a chance to dry things out after yesterday's nor'easter, but with that, we're seeing strong northwest winds. Here's our gutter helmet camera right now in Indian River Bay, and looking right into the teeth of that northwest wind. We have the whitecaps on the bay right now. You can see them streaming in with these strong northwest winds. It's cold out there as well, right around 43, and I did bump our temperature highs a little bit today, but only by a couple of degrees. Average high is 49. I'm thinking around 43. We're in the mid-40s Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. Friday is pretty cold, 45, but then we're back to 49 on Saturday as we're getting ready for Christmas. And it looks like it will be warming up into Christmas. Temperatures now, well, not too bad if you're in the sun and out of the wind, with lower 40s right now. Greenwood 40, 43 in Milton. Selbyville 42. Bethany Beach right now at 42. And we've got a stiff west-northwest wind. We just saw those white caps sustained around 10 to 15 miles per hour and really gusty 27 mile per hour gust. Indian River Inlet 27 in Greenwood. So many cities, including Millsboro, over 20 mile per hour gusts. So if you're putting those Christmas decorations back outside after bringing them in with the wind and rain, well, they'll still be waving in the wind for sure. Feels like temperatures right now into the 30s. And here's our visible satellite picture. We had a lot of blue skies earlier, but now those clouds beginning to move in. We have another push of cold air coming our way. We've got a trough across the East Coast. And with that cold air, we've got some clouds that we could wring out maybe a sprinkle or a flurry into the afternoon hours, but the heavier snow confined to the higher elevations of the Appalachians and into the Great Lakes, while farther back to the west, it's cold, high pressure, really keeping us chilly the rest of the week. So here's noon on Futurecast, lower 40s, and by 3, some places even dipping into the upper 30s. And with that, we've got the clouds, and we do have that potential of seeing a few flurries or sprinkles. And we clear it out this evening. Winds do start to die down overnight, but with that, it's going to be cold. By Wednesday morning, temperatures at least in the lower 30s, some upper 20s. Any standing water from the storm will freeze up, so watch out for that. Otherwise, temperatures, well, only back into the mid-40s as we go into Wednesday afternoon and chilling down into Wednesday evening. Look at these wind gusts over 30 miles per hour this afternoon and this evening, and then they do start to wind down as we go into tomorrow with those feels like temperatures in the 30s, even down into the lower 20s. 20s, that feels like tomorrow, and still very cold as we go on into Thursday as well. Do want to skip ahead to Christmas, or at least Christmas Eve. I think we're keeping it dry and mild. Any kind of showers are off to our south and west. And I think for Christmas Day, we'll call it partly cloudy and mild. Some showers knocking at the door, but it will be a mild Christmas. 43 this afternoon, blustery conditions, 26 mostly clear tonight. And then Wednesday, a high of 46. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. We keep it in the 40s right into Saturday, Christmas Eve, 51. And then Christmas Day, well, it's going to be mild for Santa with a high of 53 and mostly sunny skies. So no white Christmas this time around.
It's a disappointment. But anyway, the Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing, and already we have collected over $256,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without. But as we all know, this year is creating hardship for many more people. The need for help will be even larger.
Thank you so much to everyone who has already donated to our Bless Our Children campaign. Every single donation helps, and as you can see, all of you are so generous. We are already getting so many cards and donations. This beautiful card right here is signed by the Donnell family from Longneck. Thank you so much to everyone in the Donnell family. Your donation means the world to the children on Delmarva. If you want to donate, head to blessourchildren.org.
So if you'd like to make a donation, you can send one in a holiday card, and we may read your well wishes on air. You can send it by check or money order to the address on your screen. You can even donate online. And again, thank you for all your help ensuring every child on Delmarva has a very Merry Christmas.
Hey there, everyone. Here's what's happening today at 4 o'clock right here on Coast Life.
If you have some last-minute gift shopping to do for the holidays, we are taking a trip to the Spice and Tea Exchange, a great place to find everything you need.
And you may have thought that Mean Girls, it couldn't get any better. But Mean Girls 2 is coming out, and we have a sneak peek.
And we know that allergies can be a miserable experience. Our friends from BB Healthcare are going to be talking about what you can do about it this winter.
All of that and some more happening today at 4 o'clock here on Coast Life.
A child abandoned by his mother will return 20 years later to confront her.
Te haré pagar lo que hiciste.
And his future will take an unexpected turn.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Pulsemal.
¿Quién demonios te crees? ¿Qué quieres?
A ti.
Amor Imposible. Monday through Friday, 10 p.m., 9 Central, on Telemundo.
Over 100 boys and girls basketball teams, 5 days of the best high school basketball talent in the country, 8 games a day, and it's all on the Delmarva Sports Network. The 41st Annual Governor's Challenge High School Basketball Tournament lives right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the first tip of the day to the wrap-up show each night, DSN is there. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app to see the action from every court. The 41st Governor's Challenge, exclusively on DSN, presented by OC Floor and Home Gallery.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
Well, Apple is pulling some of its watches off the shelves in the U.S. amid a patent dispute. The company says its Series 9 and Ultra 2 versions will not be sold online or at retail locations starting this week. This comes as Apple fights a battle with medical device maker Masimo over Watch's blood oxygen feature. The International Trade Commission's review ends December 25th. Apple is preemptively halting sales in case the commission upholds the import ban over the alleged patent infringements. Well, the holiday season is here, and with it comes many fun activities for people of all ages to enjoy. And one of those is enjoying the holiday lights and decorations put up all over Delmarva. Take a look at this beautiful lit up Christmas tree. Lots of lights, little white there. Very festive. This one was sent to us by Tammy in Milford. Looks great in the window setting and the big star on top. We'd love to see how you decorate your house for the holiday season. So take a look at your screen again. You can send your pictures. Also send us some videos. I'd like to see some of those to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. We'll be right back.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Wheelers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Wheelers, where people matter.
Shift gears for success with the DSN Scholar Athlete Award, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva High School senior who excels in sports and in the classroom.
It's tapped home.
Oh, what a hit! They must have at least a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, driven by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC.
From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
On Wheel, every spin brings a handful of emotions, from laughs to gasps to everything in between.
Oh, Tuesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Well, it could be a new era of treatments for genetic conditions. U.S. Food and Drug Administration recently approved new therapies for sickle cell disease. Mandy Gaither shows us the new treatments and what they could mean for the future of this disease.
It's been a long time coming. Newly FDA-approved therapies for sickle cell disease are shining a light of hope on a long-neglected illness.
This is a huge thing.
Dr. Beth Stanger with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta treats pediatric patients with sickle cell disease. The illness is a group of inherited red blood cell disorders which causes the red blood cells to become hard and sticky and crescent in shape.
Which then blocks blood vessels, particularly very small blood vessels all through the body, leading to painful episodes and organ damage over the lifetime of an individual with sickle cell disease.
Up until now, the only cure for the disease has been a bone marrow or stem cell transplant, but it can be risky and doesn't always work. The new therapies take away the need for a donor. Casgevy uses a technique to alter a patient's stem cells, while Lyfgenia is a cell-based gene therapy using a gene delivery vehicle for genetic modification.
Both of the clinical trials that led to these two products' FDA approval showed dramatic decrease in the number of painful episodes that these patients are having.
The new treatments won't make sickle cell go away. The hefty price tag and extensive hospital stay may not allow access to all.
I think, as with any kind of new and expensive thing in medicine, they do get cheaper and better over time.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And the CDC estimates about 100,000 people in the United States do have sickle cell disease.
We're seeing a lot of whitecaps right now on the dry tech cam, and also clouds increasing. It's a blustery day, and it's possible we could see a flurry or a snowflake into the afternoon. It's cold for the next few days, then warming up heading into Christmas. And if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, not this year for Delmarva, unfortunately. Sorry. It looks mild and some rain after Christmas. I'll have the 10-day forecast coming up next.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives, coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. Order right now to get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. We'll even ship them to you free. Get your own NutriBlade knives, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign. A magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities.
When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
Coming up on Wheel, every spin brings a handful of emotions. From laughs to gasps and everything in between. Next Wheel.
Tuesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy!
The first of our second chance competitions, we'll see the return of players who came so close to victory. Today, that's all going to change for one of our three players.
Let's make it a true daily double.
Tuesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Okay, we have a gingerbread house in the shape of the U.S. Capitol. The gingerbread Capitol includes flashing colored lights behind the windows of the Capitol Dome. It sits on a table with a backdrop that reads, "Warmest wishes from the nation's capital 2023.
Attractive. I was going to say, is that edible? And gingerbread men and icing, absolutely. Very cool there. Speaking of cool, weather-wise, blustery into the afternoon, lower to maybe middle 40s. Could see a sprinkle or flurry. Still breezy into this evening. Temperatures falling into the 30s. Paul Davis 10-day forecast getting really cold tomorrow morning, down to 26. Any of that standing water from the storm will freeze. Cold the rest of the week with highs in the 40s. Warming up into the weekend towards Christmas. Christmas Eve, 51. Christmas Day, Bumpy landing for Santa. No snow, mild 53, but then rain after Christmas into much of next week.
Thanks, Bob, and thank you for being with us here on Coast TV News Midday. Don't forget to join us later for Coast TV News at 5. Until then, have a great Tuesday, everybody.